Hello everyone, JT here. I thought I'd take a few minutes to do a review on my 2016 Mustang GT California Special. It's actually a 10-year review, so I ended up purchasing this in April of 2016. I ordered it from the factory, got all the options I wanted, and ended up picking it up in April 2016. So now it is over 10 years old. Hard to believe I've had it that long. So right now it's only got about 53,000 miles on it. I do not daily drive this. It's kind of a fair weather vehicle. I do have a pickup, 2025 Nissan Frontier that I drive for my daily. So I'm able just to keep this one and drive it in the nice days. So I'm going to go over some of the things that I like about it and don't like about it, plus share some of the problems I've had. So let's start out with the things that I like. So probably the biggest one is the styling on the Mustang. So and specifically this California Special package. Now, when I was first looking at buying this, I wasn't necessarily looking at the California Special package, but I ended up seeing one at a dealer and kind of really liked it. So I knew I had to have it after that. So that's what I ended up ordering. So for those of you who don't know, the California Special package has a bunch of exterior and interior styling differences. I'll go over some of those. One of them is the different front grille with the Mustang emblem off to the side. Also has the black hood vents along with the hood stripes. It has the black mirrors, and it also has a different spoiler, also black. Then it has a California Special badge on the back. For the interior, it's got a few things. Probably the biggest is the special California Special seats. They got the suede in them. They got this little emblem in there that says California Special. It also has a different dash covering, got a different aluminum on it. Plus it has a different California Special badge on the dash. So those are the main differences with the California Special package. Other things that I like include the power. It is a 5.0. I believe this is a Gen 2 5.0, so this has 435 horsepower, and it's got plenty of get up and go. Along with that, I also like the handling. This is a pretty heavy vehicle, close to 4,000 pounds, but it handles pretty good for being such a big, heavy vehicle. The independent rear suspension, which was, I believe, standard on this generation of Mustang, really helps with the handling. I also like the seat comfort. So we kind of showed you the seats earlier with the suede, but they're also very comfortable. They have power lumbar and really comfortable for long trips. I also like the sound system. It has Shaker 500, and I've been pretty happy with that. Now let's go over some of the things that I don't like. One of the things is probably the shifter. It's got manual shifter on this, manual transmission. And for anybody that's kind of followed these generation Mustangs, it is a little bit notchy, specifically when it's cold. But after it warms up, it's not too bad. But that's probably my biggest complaint with this. I also don't like when you first start it up and start driving it until it gets warm. It's a little bit, I don't know, it just acts funny, not very responsive. So that's probably one of the biggest issues I don't like. It does go away after it's warmed up, but probably the first 3-4 minutes when you drive it, it's a little bit doggy and a little bit, I don't know, stumbles a little bit when you try to get onto it. If you're really gentle with it, it's not too much of a problem, but if you need to get onto it a little bit, then it kind of does that stuff. I think that's kind of a semi-common problem a lot of people have complained about. The other dislike is the factory exhaust. I think it's just way too quiet for a Mustang. It is okay. I actually kind of like the factory exhaust better on the newer ones. I think starting on 2018, they ended up making them a little bit more throaty and a little better growl to them, but that's kind of a minor issue. I also didn't like the factory Pirelli tires. They were kind of shot at about 30,000 miles. They didn't wear very even. Got noisy probably at around 20,000. So I ended up replacing them with these Continentals, and at the same time I ended up buying LMR wheels. These are 275 40 R19s. I did a square setup so I can rotate them, and been very happy with these. Got about 20,000 on these right now. Let's see. Another thing I don't like is the seat cooling. So it's got cooled seats. The cooling doesn't work very well. On the seat of the seat, it's not too bad, but the back of the seat doesn't cool hardly at all. Now the heated seats, they work very well, but the cooled seats, not so much. Probably the last little thing to complain about is the rear view mirror. It's always seemed like it's been loose. Try to tighten it up, it won't seem like it will tighten anymore. So when you're driving down the road, you can kind of see it shake a little bit. So not a big deal, but just one little thing I don't like. Now let's talk about some of the issues that I've had. Probably the biggest issue, which is common to this generation Mustang, is the AC evaporator core. That went out after about 6.5 years old. Luckily, I had bought a 7-year extended warranty, so I was able to get it replaced right before then. If not, it would have been a really expensive fix, but they ended up doing it under that warranty. I also had a couple other issues with the AC. Earlier, when the vehicle was maybe 4 years old, somewhere around there, I ended up lost cooling on the AC, and I thought that was the evaporator core right there. But when I took it in, they said, no, it's not the evaporator core, it was some chuck valve. So they ended up replacing that and recharging it. But then when I got it back, the compressor was making a lot of groaning noises, and I think happened when it leaked out the Freon. So they ended up replacing that. Now, it probably was the evaporator core all along, and they were not sure why they just ended up replacing the little check valve, but probably to see if they can get it to go without getting replaced. But that was probably the biggest issue I've had with this. Also, when they were doing the evaporator core, they noticed my water pump was leaking, so they ended up replacing that. I guess that is somewhat a fairly common issue with this generation Mustang. So, but luckily it was all under warranty for that too. Smaller issue, I had a problem with the headlight switch. When rotating it, didn't seem like it wanted to stay on or shut off. So I ended up buying a new switch and putting that in myself. Wasn't too hard. Finally, the last issue I had was last year. I noticed was getting some clunking from the front end. I took it in and they said the control arms were a little dry, and they ended up putting some grease in them, and that fixed the issue. But I think that's probably just a temporary fix. Probably gonna end up having to get those replaced here shortly. Now let's talk about some of the mods that I've done with this. Already kind of went over the new LMR wheels and tires, Continental tires. I also, when I was brand new, I ended up putting paint protection film on it. So I did the whole front end, plus the whole hood, and the A-pillars above the mirrors, or above the windshield, and then the mirrors and the door handles. So been fairly happy with that. Probably my biggest gripe is the little seams that are left from the PPF when you go ahead and wax it. It's hard to keep the wax from sitting against the edge. Seems like you can clean it away right after you wax it, but it comes back. So here's like an example. If you're looking real close, you can kind of see a white little line there against the edge of the PPF. So not a huge deal, but just a little bit of a gripe. I also ended up getting the tint on the side windows and the back window. I really like that, especially in the hot summers here in St. Louis area. I ended up putting on Steeda jacking rails so I can jack it up, do tire rotations and little service things. And then the last mod I did was an interior mod. I ended up putting this different shifter knob on it. So I kind of like the white shifting knob. It kind of stands out on the interior. Also, I didn't like the factory one. It was chrome, and when it sat out in the sun, that thing would get hot, burn your hand on it. So this one's not nearly as bad. So like I said, I also kind of like the styling with the stripes on it and the little Mustang. So that's about it. For the most part, it's fairly stock. So if anybody has any comments or questions, leave them in the comments.